Hello viewers, very good morning you all and welcome to this 75th Independence Day, Indian Independence Day. I welcome you all and I wish you all happy Independence Day. In this video, we will be mainly covering the database connectivity using PHP and MySQL, and we will be covering specifically the Amazon cart and how to connect the database. So you can have the nice play here on the behalf of the 75th Indian Independence Day. Just you can click it here to play this thing. Thank you. So in this we will tell you the procedure what you have to do. We are going for this Amazon cart database connectivity complete, and we are going to create the PHP form which accept the data from user and store in database and use it for the login verification. That is the first point. Then we create a database and tables to store the data. Third thing, we create a login page. It goes for checking the valid user and the authentication. The next one is the create a cart form in HTML and PHP. Go for the database connectivity. Then insert data in catalog PHP. Then insert data in database on submission. So these are the things we are going to do step by step. I assure you that it will be maximum half an hour, and within this half an hour, starting from the scratch, you will be able to completely go for a database connectivity. You can have your own project, own things, you can do it yourself. Then what are the files we are using? These are the following pages to be created. First one, we create a database. I have created my database name is Dr. Jizana, and you can create a database name of your own. And I have created the table, that is user, in MySQL. So then I created this page register.html, then login1.php, because I am using so many login, that's why I named it login1.php. You can make it login.php. Then user check.php, user valid.php, db.php, and database.php, and finally cart.php. So these are the things we are going to create. And finally, I am going to tell you what are the steps to be followed. First of all, you see that XAMPP is installed in your system. In this XAMPP, you have to install Apache and MySQL. There will be so many other things, FileZilla and other things. It is no way concern to you. So you need the minimum things, Apache and MySQL. See that it is installed to XAMPP. And at the start, type the search and go for the XAMPP control panel. There you run Apache and MySQL server both. Okay. Then go to the admin button at MySQL and click. Okay, so once you click it here, then it will ask you to provide the username, user and password. User by default it will be root in lowercase, and the password at the time of installations you are giving a password, or maybe there is a way how to give the password also. If you have a password set, already set a password for that one. For me, I have already created the password team@2020, because it is only for academics purpose, so there is nothing confidential I am sharing with you. Then you create the database. I have created the database Dr. G Jana. You can create a database of your choice. Then create table with username and password. Two fields I have taken, but you can create a number of things, that username, password, confirm password, what is the email ID, what is the mobile number. So all the fields you can create. Okay. So with the same field, create the register.html, because whatever the field you are creating, because in the HTML page, whatever the data will be entering there in the form, the same thing will be stored there. Okay, you see that how many fields, the same number of fields and same number of things, names should be there. Okay, so these are the things you have to go for that one. Then immediately I will be going for showing you all the details. Now give me a minute. So next, immediately we are going for creating the database, and before that what we need to do, so here we need to type XAMPP XAMPP, and you see that XAMPP control panel, it is appearing here. Once you click it here, automatically it will be coming here, and you start this Apache server first. You can see the Apache PID is coming and also port number 80 is coming. Then you go for MySQL. Here also I started the server. So the port number you can see here 3306. Then I click the admin. Once you click the admin, you can clearly see here, because already I am logged in. So if you want to see that again I have to log in, then you have to log out it. Okay. So suppose I log out it here. So there will be somewhere some yeah, some logout will be there. Anyway, it is already there, so there is no need to if you log out is there somewhere, you can see it here, then you can log out and again we can start it. Otherwise nothing to worry. So yeah, I put it here. Here we can see doctor, it already logged in. So I have already given this there, and you can also log in using the root and the password. Once you log in, then you go to the database and create a, I just click this database. I created my database. Actually I created my database like Dr. Jijana. So this is the database I created. So in this database, then it will immediately ask you to create a table. Okay, so creating, just you click it here and create the table, and already I created a table also. My table name is user. In this user there are two fields, one is the username, other is the password. You can see it here. I have created a number of things. So you can see here one of the thing is the Jijana 1 2 3 4 5 6. Remember these things. This is my username is Jijana and password is 1 2 3 4 6. Just I entered there while registering. I entered all the things. You can also register, you can put it there. So once this is over, then your work of creating a database and creating all things, it is over. Then immediately what you need to do, you have to create some other pages for that one. Okay, what I told you that first of all we need to go for the thing I given here, the complete database connectivity. So the first thing I told you that we have to go for that is the yeah, one will be this is got to go to login page, register.html. In this register.html, just to create a register page, you find it here, it is purely HTML page. Up to this it is same, and here I am writing username, and input type is equal to text and name is equal to username. Maximum length is 15, size is equal to, all the things I have already defined here. Similarly password, input type is equal to password, name is equal to password. So maximum length is and size is equal to, also I have given it there. Then confirm password, all things I put it there. Then the gender I have put it there. You put the radio button male female. The email ID I already put it there. So name is equal to also input name, also you can put it here email. Here input type is equal to text and given. But remember in password the type will be password. That is the only thing you have to remember. Then address also you can put it text area, because it will not take text field because you have tried multiple lines. Then I am putting two buttons, one is the submit button, one is the reset button. So these are the basic HTML, you know. So once it is over, the registration is over, then immediately go to the login one.php. So you see it here, and the first thing I am writing a PHP page, and I am writing it a login one.php. I started with the PHP tag and closing tag echo welcome to login page. In the first one, first it will welcome you, welcome to the login page. Okay, then I am creating a form action user check.php. So whatever the data I am providing, so it will go and check in the user check.php. So you can understand, just after this we are going to create the user check.php, and method is equal to I am using post. So then the field set I am putting, the legend is login page. Then username, same thing I am putting input type is equal to text. So you can say then because I already combined this the register form here itself, there is no need to put it separately. So username I created this one, password I created, input type is equal to submit and input type is equal to reset. So these two buttons I created, field set I close. So this is complete the login for this thing. Okay, then immediately what I have to go for, you have to go for the user check.php. Okay, I am going for the user check.php. In this user while going for user check.php, two things we require, one is the database.php and user valid.php. So when you want to go for the reference of that one, use this include under this, under double quotation database.php, because unless you go for a database connectivity you cannot check it here. Okay, PHP as you know it is server side scripting language. So here I am giving the connection the reference to the database.php. Then here I am giving user valid.php. So in the database connectivity it will connect the database, then in the user valid.php it will check it there. Okay, that will show it. Okay, then I am declaring some variable here. C it is just like for connecting, con connection or C, whatever you can write, right? So for declaring a variable I put it $C, that is MySQL underscore connect. So name of your host is localhost, name of your username is root, and my password I have given we are team @2020, and the database I have given all the things. So all are in double quotation separated by comma, at the end there is a semicolon. Then I am creating for a query language q you can write, or I am writing $r. So select all from user, that is one. Then I am putting another variable t, that means it is going for MySQL query. So MySQL query, what you will be connecting, for that we need the connection and we also need the query. So that is the $c and $r, the parameters I am passing it here. Then I am going for the condition while this $, is another variable which is equal to MySQL fetch dot array from t. So what is the t? T the from this query, whatever we are selecting. What you are selecting, will be selecting two things, one the username and the password. Okay. So while that u is equal to MySQL underscore fetch array from this $t, then he is telling extract u. What is u? U is just whatever things you are fetching from that one. Then from that what you find? You find x, $x, that the what is the username input you have taken there, that you assign to x, and what is the password you have collected from that one, that you push it to y. Okay, $y. So then I am putting a condition, if you $_ post username, that means username is equal to $x. See, two things are there. At the time of registration you are putting some username, and here I am assigning some username $x. If both are same and the password what you provided and what you are typing both are same, if all are satisfied, then it is showing it is a valid user, because we are going for this user check. Okay, other cases it is showing a invalid. Okay, so it is not a valid user. Okay, so if this the user check is over, then immediately we are going for this user valid.php. Okay, so if it is valid, then what will do? Now form action, go to the catalog.php. Okay, in this catalog.php there is a button there, submit button. Once you click it there, it will go to the catalog.php. Okay, so all the things are there, so we created. Then immediately we are going for this, because I told you that db.php is important, that I am going to show you. And before that I am going to the database connectivity. In the database connectivity, so I am putting db connect.php or database.php, whatever things you say. Here C I am writing the query language. It is just the connection MySQL connect localhost root we are team 20. The same thing I already explained. And d is equal to, this is the selecting all the things from that one. So for this what it needs this C, and this is not necessary because already Dr. Jana the database I have provided. You can also provide, that is nothing wrong. Okay, then he telling if $c, then echo connected to database. You understand, C means if the connection and all these parameters whatever you have provided, if the host name is localhost and if your user is root and password is this and database, then it will connect. Okay, then echo connected to database, otherwise it will say it is not connected. Okay, so these are the things. Then the database one, it is not required because it is part of that one, already I have stored it there. It is a bookstore, this will be using for this cart. Okay, now then what I have done, so now database connectivity and everything is there. Then immediately if it is everything is happy, then I am going to db.php. In the db.php I start the session and it is connected to the database 1.php. You can say why two database is there. You see, one I am using for this your login page I am using username password, but I am using another cart page. Cart means say online you are purchasing something, so you select some item and put to the cart, then go for the payment option. Okay, then I am writing some four variables a1 a2 b2 c2 and d2, that is $_ for book name. What is the book name, I put it here. What is the price, I put it here. What is the quantity. So there I will be creating another form. That form name will be cartform.html. If you are interested, you can see it here. Here I am writing that action db.php. Here the book name, then is the price, then is the quantity, then is the amount. For quantity, input type is equal to this, name is equal to quantity. Similarly for amount, input type is equal to text. You understand what I am telling? So these are just like your label, and this is just like the input box. Okay, first is the book name, one box will be there, then price, one box will be there, then quantity, one box will be there, then amount, some box will be there, then a submit button will be there, and here I am giving the the reference to db.php. So that means, so if the database is connected, then only for that what we do, so I put a login page. If we click this login, then it will connect to the db.php. You get it now? So all the things I have given it here. Then I am going for this the most important thing, that is the database 1.php. Database db.php. Okay, then what I do it here, so whatever the book name I am getting it here from this input box, that is assigned to a2. Similarly, that what is the price, that is assigned to B2. What is the quantity, it is assigned to C2. That means in that input box you are typing something, you are entering book name, I am writing XML book or web technology book. So that what I am typing and I will be submitting, that it is put in this variable A2. Similarly, B2, C2, D2. Okay. Then what I do, then immediately commit here, I write the query, insert into cart. What are the things I have to write? First the book name, then the price, quantity and amount. Values I am putting. What is the values I have to put it here? Because initially I put the values A2, $A2. You get it now, under single quotation, double quotation, dot, $A2. So this is one. That means what is $A2 or variable A2? That is in the book name, whatever the name I am typing, that only it is assigned to A2. That it will come here. Suppose book name I am writing XML book, so it will come here XML. Then next one I am writing B2. What is B2? What is the price? Suppose price is 500 rupees. That 500 rupees come here. What is the C2? C2, what is the quantity? Suppose 3 number of books you are taking, that it is coming here. D2 means what is the total amount, it is coming here. So then Q MySQL query also for this is the connectivity, and the dollar query you are typing it, query you are already given out there. Then if everything is okay, echo inserted successfully, else it will say it is not inserted. Now the session onset. First you started the session start, then you onset the session. You clear? So this is the thing. Then finally what we are going for the we can go for the cart.php. In the cart.php, what we do, you see it here, the same thing it is there. The dollar post, if it is there and if the value is there and is say dollar post, price, quantity, amount, then if all the things are okay, it is provided, the data is there, then what is telling, for this you include the database1.php. Why database1.php? Because database1.php is a separate PHP program. That is a separate database. That means it is related to the cart. Okay. Then SQL database. So I am going to the line number 22. Here SQL, the query language. Previously I am writing Q. Here SQL is going to select all from this cart. And the cart, I have given you only 4 fields are there. One is the book name or B name. Second one is the price, lowercase price. Third one is the quantity. Fourth one is the amount. All are in lowercase, right? So here it is only to be shown. That's why I am showing it, that in the tabular form it will come. So that's why I am using a table. In this table I am using width is equal to 100%, border is equal to, like that I am all the things, and padding everything I am putting. This is the creating the table. Don't worry for that one. So while st, what is the st? I am creating a new variable MySQL underscore fetch from this res. What is this res? Res, it is the result MySQL query with respect to what? The connectivity and the SQL query language whatever. With respect to that, what is the output it will come, that is to store in the res. Okay. Then while st is equal to MySQL fetch from, and it is res parameter, then what you have to do, then he is telling align center, echo the book name st, and echo the price, quantity and amount, and all things it will be shown there. Okay. Then just I am putting the table here, and all the things and some. So now we can understand the entire thing. It is possible using all the things. Then immediately we go for execution of this program. So you can see it here how I am going for this execution of all the things. So finally I can type it here, localhost, you can MySQL login form.php. So can you see it here, a beautiful page it is appearing. So because in the initially already I created the HTML form, there I already entered, and already I shown you that I have the username like Dr. Jijana, and the password already I have shown you 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. So with this 1 2 3 4 5 6, just I am logging in. So when I am logging in, it is telling yes, the database is connected. When I go to the catalog page, just you click it here, it is asking you provide the book name. Suppose my book name, so we are working on MySQL. So MySQL, okay, MySQL and PHP. Okay, this is the book name. Suppose MySQL and PHP. So price. So suppose I put the name of the price is 1200 rupees. Okay, it is in dollars. So because so around $15 or like that, or $20 I can say, $15 to $20 is there. So quantity I want only 1 piece, and the amount will be same 1200 rupees. Now I submit it here. You remember the book name I am writing MySQL PHP, price is equal to 1200 rupees, quantity is this one and this one. When I submit it here, then it is selling. You see what is the book name I have given, that is not inserted till now, but it is there in the database. Now insert into database, okay. So for this, what I'm writing, so you my MySQL PHP, and here I have given 1200 rupees, and here it has already given 1 rupee, one item. Here also I have given 1200 rupees. Then when I submit it here, it will be inserted. You see, you can clearly see the image inserted successfully. So whether it is inserted or not, that you can check it here. Okay, that you can check it there. So if you come back here and check it here, yeah, you can reference here. Yeah, you see, last my SQL PHP book 1200 rupees, and one item 1200 is there. So all the things like that I have already inserted: Rails, Python, UML, Perl, Ruby on Rails, Python, all the things you can insert, and you can have a complete idea now. So I will be sharing this code in the GitHub, and I will be providing the GitHub, say www.github.com/gzena2020. Okay, github.com/gzena2020. You will find the complete coding, so you can implement in your own system. So I thank you very much for watching this video, and the same times I wish you again all happy Independence Day. Stay safe and stay in your home. And if you really like this video, give a thumbs up and share with your friends. And also please don't forget to subscribe these things. And thank you for watching this video. So to get the forthcoming videos, please do subscribe to us. Thank you.